Welcome back to the Tool Shed. This is one of my favorites, vitamin N. We are obsessed with all kinds of vitamins, certainly in my house. My wife, self-preservation, Enneagram type, self-preservations tend to care a lot about vitamins. I mean, we have more vitamins than the vitamin store. However, you probably won't find in her vitamin chest vitamin N. Vitamin N isn't something you buy at any health food store. It's something that you have to inject into your life. And of course, vitamin N is vitamin No. We all need our daily dose of vitamin N, especially if you're certain Enneagram types. I work with a lot of Enneagram 9s and Enneagram 2s, 7s, 4s. They tend to be vitamin N deficient. I'm an Enneagram 8, so I have plenty of vitamin N in my life. This isn't mine. I need vitamin Y, vitamin yes. But vitamin No is learning how to say no from a place that's healthy, healthful, good for you. When you say yes and you need to say no, that is not loving, that is not kind, that is not, well, it's not good for you. Over and over, I will work with people who have such a hard time saying no. It's not their fault. We've been taught in our society, 'tis better to give than receive. Garbage. People who give are in the end reduced to that Shel Silverstein book. The worst book ever, by the way. I know we love it because it feels heartwarming, but this is part of that better to give than receive thing, The Giving Tree. Remember that book? That little boy starts out with the tree, takes its apples, takes its leaves, takes its branches, takes its trunk. In the end, he's old, it's old, and he's sitting on it. And oh, isn't that sweet? The tree gave him everything. No, the tree has been depleted down to a freaking stump and has no sense of identity, self-worth, giving itself away. We are all the giving tree, especially some of you types on here, where you are taught just to give yourself away as an act of selflessness. Selflessness is not a good thing. It just means there's selfless, less self, when you need to have a sustained self. No, I'm not talking about overinflated self, healthy self, self-centered. Putting yourself back at the center is not selfish, it's responsible. Otherwise, who's the person in relationship with if you're running around saying yes all day, every day? It's a version of you. It's a variation of you. It's a part of you that is afraid that you're not needed, that you're not loved, that you won't have these people in your life as you're giving yourself away. Take your vitamin N. Sweetheart, I love you, and because I love you, I'm saying no. I know it's hard to say or even think about saying, you can do this. As an act of kindness, saying no to another person. Why? Because people will say to me all the time, well, I just don't like to say no. And I'll say, bullshit. You just don't like to say no to them. You like saying no to yourself, right? Because when you say yes to somebody, hey, can you take me to the mall? I might get this every day from my daughter who's only just turning 16. When I say yes to her, I'm saying no to, I was going to go to the gym. Well, maybe it's time to take her to the mall, but maybe it's time to say, no, sweetheart, I love you. Because I love you, I'm going to the gym. She might say, how's that loving? You're going to the gym. Because when I go to the gym, I'm going to live longer. I'm going to be happier and healthier. And when I say yes, I mean it. So think about the ways in your life that you just give yourself away, like the giving tree. Yes, 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 yes. Think about every yes comes with it a no to somebody else who you should have said yes to, but you said yes to the wrong person at the wrong time. Therefore, you're saying no to somebody else, or you're saying no to yourself. Learning how to say no as an act of love, as an act of kindness, as an act of responsibility. I work with so many parents of adult children in their 20s and 30s who they keep saying yes to, and because they say yes to a 25-year-old adult when they should be saying no, they're delaying their child's adulthood. That child isn't going out into the world and taking on the responsibilities that he needs to, or entering into the relationship that she needs to, because it's being undermined by all of those yeses. It's not loving. In fact, sometimes, oftentimes, or at least 50% of the time, the most loving thing we can do to create healthy relationships, to give, to truly give as an act of love is saying no. Lastly, saying no is a gift, right? Because if you constantly say yes and you're giving, how is that person supposed to give back to you? The people around us need to learn how to give to us. So sometimes we say no and we receive instead. And that is a gift. So think about saying no as an act of love, saying no as responsibility, saying no as giving a gift so that they can give to us in return. Taking care of yourself, being at the center of your life, that is not selfish. That is self-centering. And that's what we need to do to be in sustainable, responsible relationships for the long run. Take your daily dose of vitamin N.